Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back for another episode of Devil's Den. I know this is going to be a late episode. Unfortunately, I was not available last night to watch the game in its entirety, but we are going to go over a couple of points that I wanted to kind of highlight from last night's game against the New York Islanders. Devils did win the game 5-4 in overtime. So another 2 points to the Devils. Great job. We do give a point to the Islanders, which is kind of, they're divisional rivals. But anyways, before we get started, make sure if you're watching this and you're not already subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It's completely free. Make sure to like the video, share it, love it, do what you guys do. Thank you very much. Make sure to sub. We are trying to get to 80 subscribers by the end of this season. So we're sitting at 40, so we're hoping to double our success from last year and bring it over to this year. So let's talk about last night's game. So, like I said, I was unfortunately available, so I wasn't able to watch the game in its entirety. However, I went through every single one of the goals we scored and the Islanders scored, and I have a couple of things to say, okay? First and foremost, Jack Hughes having a fantastic night last night. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points. I think he's got 10 points in like 4 games played. He is the league leader, I believe, as of right now, sitting number 1 in the league for points. So good on Jack. Tyler Toffoli gets his first goal as a Devil. Luke Hughes getting his first goal of the season with a big clap bomb from the blue line. Dougie Hamilton getting in there. And we see Meyer also getting his first points of the season, which is fantastic to see Meyer getting on the board. Hopefully we see more production from him. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through each and every single one of the New York Islander goals, and I'm going to give you my opinion on basically what my problem was with the team in terms of last night, because there is legitimate criticism to be given to the Devils based on their efforts last night. The biggest criticism I have from going over all the goals was this team seems to be a lot different than last year, in that last year we were some of the best teams on 5-on-5, okay? This year, that does not seem to be the case. This year, and I understand it's only 4 games, but this year it seems like our power play is on fire right now. I think it's over 70, like at least 60 to 70% of our goals this year have come off of the special teams unit, which is great. But the majority of the game, in a 60-minute game, you're probably playing, 48 to 50 minutes at even strength? You absolutely cannot only get production from your special teams. You have to be able to get goals at even strength as well as in the power play, because the majority of the game you're playing is going to be at even strength, okay? Not to mention playing one man down, okay? Because the other team is obviously going to get the power plays. We're not perfect. We're not saints. We're going to get penalties. But if you're getting 60 to 70% of your offense from the special teams, that means that you actually are playing better when you have one man up than when you have even strength, which I get. You have a man advantage and you should be able to score. I get that, but even strength goals are really important because it shows that the team you have on the ice, when it's a fair and average thing, if you're not able to get goals at that percentage, you have a problem. You have an issue here, okay? So, where to even start? So, first period, we'll go over that. So, Brock Nelson gets a good goal on Akira Schmid, because Schmid started tonight, assisted by Engvall and Palmieri. He gets a goal, and the Islanders go up 1-0 in the game. Shortly after that, on the power play, again, I'm going to bring up how the goals are scored. The Brock Nelson goal was even strength. Okay, so an even strength goal against. So just keep that in mind, okay? The Dougie Hamilton goal, where he gets his 3rd of the season, assisted by Meyer and Schmid, ironically, the goalie gets the assist, was on the power play. Was on the power, so not even strength, not shorthanded, on the power play. Which again, is good that you can get production on the power play, but you need those even strength goals to show up a lot more if you're going to be able to compete this year. Okay? We go into the second period, game is tied, it's 1-1. Second period, Tyler Toffoli gets his first as a Devil, assisted by Hughes and Bratt, okay? I believe this was Luke Hughes. Again, I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it was Luke Hughes. And Bratt gets another assist. So, and that goal is scored again on the power play. New Jersey had quite a bit of power plays this game, but again, the goal is not scored at even strength. The goal is scored on the power play, okay, with the man advantage, which I feel like I'm repeating myself. It's good, but I want to see more even strength goals from this team, okay? So New Jersey takes a 2-1 lead, and from here on out, this is going to be the story of New Jersey versus New York Islanders last night. New Jersey gets the go-ahead goal, and what ends up happening about a minute later, Brock Nelson scores again to tie the game up 2-2, and that goal is scored even strength. So that is now 2 goals by the same guy, both goals being even strength, okay? Later into the third period, Luke Hughes gets his first goal of the season. Great to see it, assisted by his brother Jack, and again by Jesper Bratt. So, correction, the last goal was assisted by Jack and assisted by Bratt. So they get another 2 assists, and that goal is scored on what? The power play. Not even strength. So he gets a goal. New Jersey now leads 3-2. It was 2-1, then it was 2-2 to even it up by the Islanders. New Jersey gets another goal. It's now 3-2 Devils. And what ends up happening later on in the second period? Bo Horvat scores. It's now 3-3. The defense needs to tighten up. So Bo Horvat gets a goal on what? Even strength. Okay, gets assisted by Dobson and Martin. It's now 3-3. Game is tied going into the third period. And thank God for Jack Hughes, because Jack Hughes scores. Okay? Jack Hughes gets another goal. Third period, the game is now 4-3. And what is that goal scored in? Not even strength, but the power play. So this is New Jersey's third goal on the power play. So our power play is on fire. It's fantastic. But we can't get it done even strength. Whereas the Islanders can. And that's a problem. Because the probability, again, of you scoring a goal on even strength is going to be much more efficient for your team than only getting goals on the power play. Okay? That goal is assisted by Andre Palat and Jesper Bratt, again having another great game. So, it's tied in. We get the lead again. It's 4-3. Power play goal. Can the Devils close out the third period? No, they can't, because Bo Horvat gets another goal. So that's his second of the night. Anders Lee gets the assist, and Barzal gets the assist. It's now tied 4-4 with 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the third period. Those bottom of the third, those end of the third defensive mistakes are going to kill us going into the rest of the season, and especially if we intend to go to be in the playoffs. Because how you play, if you can come out of the gate on fire, that's fantastic. Something that New Jersey has been struggling with all year. But if you can't secure the game, and you're excellent, and you're absolute crud at the end of the game because you're tired or whatever it is, I get that. But you have to be able to close out games. You have to. Because if you can be excellent at the end of a game, with all of the hitting and all of the speed and all of the exhaustion and tiredness, and still perform well, then you're going to be fine going into the rest of the year, going into the playoffs. Because you can perform well at every point in the game. Okay? That goal is scored. Again, Jack Hughes, power play goal. Horvat scores on what? Not the power play, but even strength. The Islanders beat us in terms of even strength. And if the Devils hadn't had the mistakes that the Islanders were giving to them in the shape of power plays, then New Jersey would not have won this game. Islanders played better than us, even strength. It was only because of their mistakes that New Jersey could capitalize on these power play goals. So, we move to overtime. And again, like an angel descending from heaven, Jack Hughes scores his, I believe, second goal of the night. I'll double check here. 1, 2, yep, second goal of the night. at 2 minutes and 19 seconds. Not on a power play, but we get it going in overtime. We score. Jack Hughes gets his second of the game, and we win 5-4 in overtime against the Islanders. That one is an even strength goal, but this is overtime, 3-on-3, and the Devils flourish in overtime. The Devils are great. Less guys on the ice means more space, more speed, more hand-eye coordination, and that last, I don't know what the Islanders were doing, but they just sort of left him, like, they were just kind of like, we'll let him go. It's fine. And Jack's like, okay, if you're going to give me the space, I mean, I'll take it, right? And he scores. Devils win 5-4. There is another thing that I wanted to bring up from last night's game. Again, I went through the highlights. I watched parts of the game to try to get a good idea of what exactly happened last night. Ilya Sorokin might be my Vezina pick for this year. You cannot watch the Islanders-Devils game and not come away with the idea that Ilya Sorokin is probably one of, if not the most underrated goaltenders in the league. Hands down, okay? This game should have been like 6-4, 7-4 Devils. He came up with the most clutch saves I've seen from a goalie in a while, okay? I understand you've got people like Vasilevsky hanging around, but Sorokin is so good. If you put Sorokin on like the Colorado Avalanche, or you put him on like last year's Bruins team, or you put him on like any like fantastic team that's had trouble with goaltending, you would be golden, okay? You put him on New Jersey, it's not getting Vezinas, okay? Sorokin is so underrated, and the Islanders would not have won without him last night, okay? So I want to give credit where credit is due. Sorokin was fantastic. So, what are my final thoughts on tonight's game? Last night's game. Meyer gets his first point, great. Hughes gets 2 goals and 2 assists, great. Jesper Bratt turning into a playmaking machine. He got like 3 or 4 assists last night. He was fantastic. Which brings us to a point that I made last video that I want to bring up this one. It really is feeling like this is the Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt show. And again, to quote what I said last video, while I am totally down to be on that ride and to watch that show, the Hughes Bratt show, you've got to get more production than just them, okay? Hamilton is doing his damnest to keep up. You've got Hamilton getting goals in the first game. You've got him getting assists in, the second and third game. You've got him getting goals here in this game as well. He's doing his best, but it can't just be Hughes and Bratt. It's got to be more than that. And Schmidt, I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. Did not like some of the goals that he allowed. Not all of them were his fault, but I would say probably 2 of them. I'd probably pin him down as the main culprit before those went in. Yeah, Schmid, gotta bounce back, buddy. Gotta have a better game. But yeah, I think that's it for me now. God, when do we play next? I think it's Monday. I think we play next. Hold on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Monday. I will be back for the next video. You guys will get a video the night of the game. I know this one is late. I know this one's a late video because, again, I wasn't available last night. But I wanted to make one because I had some ideas and thoughts I had throwing around in my head. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. Again, please make sure if you're not already subscribed and hit the sub button. It's completely free. Please hit the sub button. I want to grow this channel out. I want to make it so that we're getting some more views on these videos, and I think you have a good time. So that's going to be it for this one, guys. Take it easy, and I will see you guys in the next one.